Good morning, and we're ready for ELA again today. We're going to start off with reviewing our vocabulary words that we started looking at yesterday that you practiced with your little activity. The first one is devised. If you devise a plan, you figure out a way to achieve that plan. So it looks like these students are devising a way to maybe solve a problem or creating some solution to a problem. They're devising a plan. And our next word, what did I do? Okay, here it is. Poor little cat. Distress. That little cat was in distress. If you're in distress, you're very worried and upset. Maybe that cat's lost its kittens, or maybe it's lost. It's in distress. Poor little kitty cat. Next word is odyssey. An odyssey is a long journey that's exciting and eventful. When I was in college, I got to go to Europe. We got to land in Holland, and then we went to France, and then we went to England, and then we went to Scotland. That was probably my favorite odyssey I've ever been on. I enjoyed seeing all those countries. That's the only time I've ever got to go there. Probably will never get to again, but I enjoyed it when I did. Destiny. A person's destiny is what will eventually happen in his or her life. Looks like this girl's destiny was to graduate from high school or college, maybe. Mortal. Mortal is a person who lives and dies. In myths, gods are not mortal because they live forever. We're all mortal. We'll live, and then sadly, eventually we have a life cycle just like plants and animals, don't we? We die. Okay. I think that's all of our words. Now, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to practice, before our Google Meet today, I want you to practice reading Perseus and the Fall of Medusa one more time. Because in our Google Meet today, I'm going to let you act it out. So I hope some of you will at least find some parts that you would read for. There was just 3 or 4 of us that had to read Catch Me If You Can last time. So hopefully a few more of you will volunteer. It makes the story more fun when we have people playing the parts. So you practice reading because we're going to act it out in our Google Meet today. And thinking about our story and our spelling words, we're going to talk about a couple of things before you go read and do your assignments today. The first one, let's talk about homographs and homophones again. We talked about this back at the beginning of the week, but let's just review it. Remember, homophones, same sound, they sound alike. Homographs, same writing, they're spelled alike, but they mean something different. Learning how to decipher those will help you understand the text. Let's take a look at these. I know a gift fit for a king. He came with no gift. Homophones or homographs? They're homophones, like your spelling list. I know somebody that you know who they are, or you know something. No means you don't have one. So these mean different and they're spelled different, but they sound the same. Soon that bike will be mine. The girl was stung by a bee. So B and B, homographs or homophones? Homophones, again, they're spelled differently. They don't have the same spelling, but they sound the same. Phone means sound, graph means spelling or writing. So they're homophones. She dove into the pool. The dove perched in the tree. These are homographs. They're not homophones because we say them differently. Now, how did I know that one's not dove and this one's not dove? Because of context clues in the sentence. She dove into the pool. You wouldn't dove in a pool. There might be a dove in a pool, but I don't think doves know how to swim. The dove, it's a bird perched in the tree. Homographs, they're spelled exactly the same, but they have different meanings. I bought a pair of boots. I have a pear in my lunch. Pear and pear. Are they homographs? No, they're homophones. They're not spelled the same. They sound the same. A pair of boots means there's 2 of them. A pear is a fruit. It's about my favorite fruit. If you can get a really sweet pear, I just love them. So homophones and homographs. Remember, your spelling words this week are homophones. Now, thinking about our story, let's talk about elements of drama for just a minute. We have a play. A drama or a play is a story performed by actors on a stage. So let's take a look at some of these elements that we would find in them. You'd have a script, which is the text of the play, which is what we read, our story. The dialogue are the words that the characters say. If we were to write them in a sentence, we'd put quotation marks around them, wouldn't we? There's a cast of characters. There's even pictures of the characters in our story this week, isn't there? There's a setting, the time and the place of the play. Did our story tell that? I don't know if our story told that or not at the beginning. Does it tell us the first page when it takes place? Yeah, the setting, it says ancient Greece. So it gives us the setting in our story this week. Whoops, went too far. Come back. There we are. So it gives us a setting. The narrator is the person who tells what's going to happen during the play. It has acts and scenes. I believe ours just had scenes, didn't it? I don't remember seeing acts. It just said scene. Okay, so we had several scenes in our play that we read this week. And in stage directions, of course, tell what the characters are supposed to do in the play. So Polydectes, here's the stage directions, sweeping his arm toward the door. So this whole thing would be called the script. It's what we read. Then you have the dialogue, the words that the characters say. You've got the stage directions. You've got scenes. You've got your cast, your list of characters with descriptions. So all of those are elements of drama. Okay. Now, once again, we're going to read that in our Google Meet today, but I want you to practice reading it. That's one of the things. I'm going to lose my voice today. That's one of the things I want you to do today for your assignments is reread Perseus and the Fall of Medusa. The second thing I want you to do is I want you to do grammar. No, we don't have new words. We've looked at what this week? We've looked at to, there, and yesterday we looked at its and its. So today is going to be a quiz on all those, and it counts as a grade. So make sure that you remember what we've learned this week and choose the right words for those sentences and think about what word means what. I'll put another little video on here after I get done talking just to kind of sum it all up this week. And then also we're going to do spelling practice again with the rest of the words. And it's a little different since they're homophones, so you'll need to do that. So read your story, do your grammar quiz, do your spelling practice, okay? We'll have the test on the story tomorrow and your spelling test tomorrow. All right, we'll talk to you later.